You're now listening to From the Jump.
With the next track on Utopia, My Eyes, it starts out with a really slow tempo, very different from the tempo from the songs preceding it so far, and it almost sounds like a lullaby at first, but there's a really nice switch up halfway through, and then after the dropout and the synths come in, he immediately speeds up the tempo and starts rapping a lot faster for this track. I think it's got some really nice ambient sounds. We got the London singer Sampha on this with some call and response back and forth with Travis Scott when he was talking about like sworn in by the bliss. It was nice. I wish Sampha was definitely more present on this track. I feel like could have added a lot more dimensions and character to this track. I wish they had done more of that. But you hear, his lines here and there. He's talking about roly poly on my wrist and stuff like that. And I like it. It's got a lot of texture. It sounds like an ambient track.
I mean, once again, another very well produced track, if not overproduced. I mean, some of the vocal elements are getting to that point of, is it cool or is it weird? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm definitely not trying to look at it like, oh, someone can't be adventurous. But some of the stuff is off-putting. The chorus is very cheesy. I mean, okay, we know you got money, so okay, whatever. You're talking about it. It's very sleepy in the beginning, too sleepy, and then the best part of the song is at the end. So
yes,
I feel like for me as a listener, it took way too long to get to the part of the song that I like. So I'm not gonna tune into it. Right. This is why a song like this is probably a pass for me. So.
It sounds almost like the first half of the song is an 8-bar intro stretched into 32 bars.
Yeah, and then by the time it switches up, it's like since I don't like the first part of the song that much. When it switches up, it's like I don't care anymore.
So you may not even have heard the switch up.
No.
Might have already.
And I know that's a big part of his music now is that he likes to do switch ups on pretty much every song. Mm-hmm. And that's cool. But that doesn't mean that you're going to draw me in if you're putting me to sleep, so that's how.
Yeah. So what's the next track we have coming up for Utopia?
So the next track is God's Country. Comes in with this very sinister small child
la
in the
la la
with the heavy bass beating.
Yeah.
It sounds like almost like some Children of the Corn type shit, a little creepy. Yeah, it's weird because he's saying it's God's country and then immediately in the first few lines he says he's on demon time. So not really sure.
Well, he says this is God's country, this is war, and it's like,
yeah. What? And then that's another thing. Like, what battle is he fighting? Like, what is?
Yeah.
He's like trying to create something that's going on, like almost seemingly like some right wing like conspiracy shit, where it's like, yo, man, like it's everything's burning up outside, man. You gotta hurry up and fucking. And it's like, I don't see what he's saying.
Yeah.
So I think that the production is amazing on this track. And then you hear the Kanye influence right away. He's using kind of those overexpressed yells that you would heard a lot on Yeezus. So, I mean, derivative, in my opinion. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
So I think it's a good track. I definitely think it sounds creepy as fuck. I wouldn't listen to this before going to sleep at night.